Imagine the ground beneath your feet violently tearing open. There is an ancient Tagalog belief that the cause of this destruction is not shifting tectonic plates, but an immortal giant struggling to break free from beneath the Earth's crust. In the Philippines, this kind of destruction is a frequent reality. The country sits right on top of the West Valley Fault, a highly active system responsible for severe seismic events. The epicenter of this legend is a specific geographic location, the Montalban Gorge, a massive natural corridor flanked by steep, imposing cliffs. Long before the arrival of modern seismology, the people living in this region attributed the terrifying tremors that shook their homes to the struggles of one phenomenally strong man, Bernardo Carpio. According to the lore, Bernardo was an outcast from the moment he was born. He was the secret child of a cloistered princess named Jimena and an imprisoned general, Don Sancho. As he grew, it became clear his development was abnormal. He possessed a herculean strength that far exceeded any natural human limit. He had no control over this power. Anything he gripped, from a small toy to building supports, instantly crumbled in his hands. This lack of physical control alienated him from regular society. To the ruling class, Bernardo was a living weapon, and his very existence threatened the stability of the establishment. The Spanish king grew paranoid about Bernardo's invincible power. Knowing a conventional military attack would likely fail, he made a covert decision to eliminate the strongman. To do this, the king had to rely on dark local magic. He hired an engkantado, a local shaman, who understood how to manipulate indigenous supernatural forces. Operating under the guise of friendship, the shaman lured Bernardo deep underground into the Pamatinan cave, deep within the mountains of Montalban. Once the hero was completely isolated in the dark, the shaman activated an ajimat, a powerful enchanted talisman, to spring a final trap. The earth itself weaponized. Two massive, jagged stone boulders collapse inward, aiming to crush Bernardo alive. The king sought a total erasure of the hero. He utilized a magical force equal to Bernardo's own impossible strength to bury him forever. But Bernardo caught the collapsing boulders, physically stopping the stone walls from crashing together. This resulted in an agonizing, permanent stalemate. This creates a brutal paradox. He cannot let go of the rocks without dying, but his body is simply too strong to be crushed by them. Here we see the subterranean figure pushing against the fault lines. His struggle generates concentric seismic waves, radiating up to the surface. Minor shifts cause small tremors, but when he desperately fights his chains, the massive seismic waves warp and destroy the landscape above. This mythic narrative served a vital purpose. It provided a psychological framework, helping pre-modern populations cope with the sudden, random destruction of living on a highly active fault line. If we look past the mythological layer, we find a story built through the collision of two very different cultures. Before Spanish colonization, indigenous animist beliefs held that earthquakes were caused by underground deities or by a giant subterranean crocodile they called a nuno. When the Spanish arrived and enforced Catholicism, those animist beliefs adapted. The locals imported a character from Spanish medieval romances, a legendary knight named Bernardo del Carpio, and merged him with their existing earthquake explanation. The ancient nature god survived colonial erasure by hiding beneath a European naming convention, successfully wearing the mask of a Hispanized hero. In the study of folklore, Bernardo belongs to the king in the mountain motif, the sleeping savior who rests in a subterranean cave, waiting to rescue his people in their darkest hour. By the late 19th century, revolutionaries weaponized this narrative. The legend of the trapped giant provided a potent symbol for a people under Spanish occupation. National heroes like José Rizal paid homage to the myth, making it a rallying cry for an independent nation. Revolutionary leader Andrés Bonifacio took the myth literally. He utilized the real Pamatinan caves of Montalban as a secret meeting place for his militant organization, the Katipunan, turning a mythical prison into a real-world headquarters. The revolutionaries shared a prophecy. The breaking of the final link on Bernardo Carpio's subterranean chains would signal the true, final liberation of the Philippines from oppression. How do you think local geography shapes the myths we create? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to catch our next video.